Alright guys, continuation on the last video. This is the Illuminati. This is a guy that got out after 42 years. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. Stay asleep. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to wake people up. This is true.
Trotsky was going to be reinstated as the leader of the Soviet Union. It was important to have Trotsky placed in this bunker because Stalin was going to kill him otherwise. Stalin eventually fell in line with the Illuminati's plans, and Trotsky was executed because he was no longer needed. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was not murdered by John Wilkes Booth. Lincoln was placed in the office of presidency as a pawn. The Illuminati knew that if he was elected, then the South would secede. The Civil War made the North very, very rich. That was the only reason the Civil War was allowed to happen. If the Illuminati had not seen the opportunity to become rich off of the war, then slavery would still be an American institution.
You hear that?
Lincoln was placed in office just to start the war. He made a deal that once the war was over, that he would be removed from office. This was taken care of through a fake assassination, and he spent the rest of his days in a bunker in Mexico. Saddam Hussein. Hussein was in power in Iraq merely to raise justification for invasion by the United States and other nations. Many of you are already familiar with what I have said about the plans to entirely take over the Middle East and to secure the oil that is currently untapped. The Hussein that was hung was a dummy, and the cell phone video that was released was meant to be released as proof. Saddam is currently in a bunker somewhere in Argentina. I do not know of any future plans with him. The rest of the bunkers in the world are used for storage of things that cannot be stored on top of the ground. Nuclear stockpiles are being held in these underground bunkers. In the event that a nation veers off the course that is planned, then they will be eliminated, either through assassination of their leaders or by nuclear destruction. Thankfully, nuclear action has not had to be taken yet. However, do not put it past these people to bring about such destruction. You all know about the HAARP machine conspiracy. It is real. I can assure you. The machine is housed entirely in a bunker that is underwater in the Pacific Ocean. This machine was developed back in the 1980s and was first used in the late 90s.
If you don't know what a HAARP is, you should probably look it up. H-A-A-R-P.
This machine has capability of creating any natural disaster that the Illuminati wish to create. Hurricane Katrina was a product of the HAARP machine. The hurricane was used as a diversion. While the area was in chaos, and attention was diverted everywhere, engineers were sent down to prepare for the Gulf oil spill. I can assure you that the Illuminati is capable of releasing more oil into the Gulf. The oil that has already been pumped into the Gulf is only a small amount compared to what could possibly be done. I already mentioned that the oil spill was used as an agent to implant microbodies into the brains of the children in the area. These children that have been affected are now subject to government control whenever these microbodies are activated. The Illuminati also used the opportunity that Katrina presented to build a bunker that is directly beneath the French Quarter. Why else do you think that FEMA was slow to provide adequate assistance? The engineers needed time. The HAARP machine is not controlled by any one single country. It is collectively controlled and used. The earthquake in Haiti, the ones that happened over the past couple days, all are products of the HAARP. Not all of the events are relevant or important. Some are just tests. Some are even mistakes. Rest assured, however, that once there is need for a natural disaster, the disaster can be generated, engineered, and directed and have whatever effect is necessary. Another thing that is housed in these bunkers are drugs. There are massive amounts of cocaine, marijuana, heroin, and all kinds of other drugs being stored. The drug trade and war on drugs are essential to the Illuminati. As more and more drugs are traded and cartels become more powerful, the Illuminati becomes richer and more powerful. One of the major contributors and benefactors to the drug trade is Warren Buffett. Buffett has been running the drug trade in the Western Hemisphere for the past 20 years. The drug cartels of Mexico are under his power.
It is important that the Illuminati control the majority of the drugs in North America. This is because
it gives them yet another vehicle to transport technology that allows, who knows, but if you notice how they sit or stand or whatever it is, the rings around Saturn. So they are the Masons too. Basically, they're the same brethren. And I'll show you inside of the Masons after this one.
It gives them yet another vehicle to transport technology that allows them to take control of the consumers. Radiation in approximately 3.5 years, however. The radiation can...
Alright, now first off, you can look up a video, and I believe... We'll jump there right quick. Oh, these aren't my playlist. Nope, not my playlist. Alright, never mind.
Continues to build and spread. Some stars hung on until they were totally deteriorated from the radiation. However, some...
Alright, what they're talking about is a ray that they can shoot up, that they've been shooting up at stars, and it just eats the star right away. I mean, it basically makes it eat itself. Here we go, we're almost there, right there.
To my knowledge, the moon currently has 2 fully equipped nuclear missile sites that can be operated from Earth. Sticking with space, scientists working for the Illuminati have found a way that they can shut off the sun. A weapon has been created that shoots a beam of high-density radiation right into the heart of a planet or star. This beam of radiation penetrates through the planet, creating a very large cylinder in the exact middle of it. The radiation that is left behind begins to eat at the star.
And then it basically eats itself away. Now, people are saying they're going to do that to the sun. Why would they? I don't think they're going to do that to their sun, because they're going to need it afterwards, even if they do kill us all. And they're not going to, as long as we wake up. But what they're going to do is these cocksucking motherfuckers are going to suck the fucking energy out of the sun and then charge you for it. I guarantee it. Look it up on YouTube. There are videos of it.
Or planet, and the effects spread like wildfire.
Which would make perfect sense too, because remember, Earth is flat. It's round, but a flat circle. It's like a dinner plate. This is real. Phew, what the fuck is that? Boom. It's gone. That was intelligent. That was something intelligent. There's more than one. I just want to know what it is. In case that wasn't good enough for you, one more. And they think that these are UFOs. These ain't UFOs. The fucking sun's not that far away. The fucking Earth's flat. I'm sorry, you probably think I'm crazy, but we can go there. And we're stealing the fucking energy off that motherfucker. I swear to God, and we're gonna sell it to ourselves. They're gonna try to sell it to us. We got our own UFOs now. We've been up on the moon forever. We seen some fucking reptilians when we got up there. They were already there. Call me crazy. See if I care. That's what's going on. Why the fuck would aliens come all the way to our sun? When we've already proven there's more than one fucking sun out there. Why would they come especially to ours? Well, ours is pretty fucking close. It don't take that long to get there, folks. UFO dummies. All aliens are fucking spirits, demon spirits, manifesting as something else that they think, and they know that we will fucking buy that lie because we're stupid. We think that the Illuminati's got the world in a bad enough position now with the Masons and all that shit to where it's so corrupt, they're going to try to get order from it with the spirits because they owe the spirits a lot of shit because they're some nasty motherfuckers, and that's what they do is they worship the devil and the spirits, and they're in debt very, very much, so they're going to sell us out because they can't afford it because they're a bunch of broke bitches. Hell yeah, and the spirits don't take your fake fucking money. Very effective. Look at that though. Look at that. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's remember we're at 1520 here, okay? I'm going okay to my shit here. Now, right quick, let's go into their temple. Oh, gotta plug the sound back in. Damn. But let's start from right here. Gotcha.
Well, as my time in America was drawing to a close, I decided to head into Washington, D.C., into one of the most renowned parts for Illuminati operations. There's quite a lot going on around here, you know?
You know? We do
It's
know.
no coincidence that these are all pentagrams. Was right outside the International Eastern Star headquarters, which is the female version of Freemasonry.
Because you gotta have women in the new world.
Sonunos. So it's strange, it all seems to be in one area, and it's a very privileged area of Washington, D.C.
That's gonna be the new Atlantis. That all-seeing eye, I'm telling you guys, that's Saturn. That's the top of Saturn. It's the all-seeing eye. That's a six-sided star right there. He's a Satan worshiping, baby-killing, shit-eating motherfucker.
The Freemasonic symbolism that surrounds Washington, D.C. is absolutely undeniable. But today I was hoping to get a peek into a very specific place that lies right in the very heart of the capital city.
Blatant as a motherfucker. Like, hey, look here, you goddamn idiots.
Ancient Egypt. These are the secret
Excuse me, Lord, I
societies.
didn't mean to use your name and
My
name.
friends.
Please forgive me. They're all cousins, except for William Van Braun.
What is this place? Ancient Egypt.
All that is there because the presidents are from the same bloodline as the pharaohs. The pharaohs did not disappear. The pharaohs did not die off. The pharaohs moved to Rome, migrated to Rome. When Rome fell, for reasons that I cover in one of my videos, but when Rome fell, they migrated to Europe, king and queen. I don't know if George Washington knowingly, if he knew he was a lineage back to John Lachlan, I think. He was the King of England at one point. But anyway, everybody stems back to him. Their grandsons are sons of his. And That's pretty much it. Dick Cheney is Obama's 8th cousin. But they're both they're each other's 8th cousin. So there's still some cousin fucking going on there somewhere. Something's not right. Or it's completely right in their eyes.
Why is this in the heart of DC?
Right there, that meant order from chaos is what that's meant.
And I was absolutely astounded to see that practically
New
everything
age.
that we expose here on RSE had its place on the bookshelf of this Freemasonic library.
Living descendants of the Blood Royale. Fallen angels and women. Not me, not us.
Washington, D.C. is a Masonic city. It's laid out by a Masonic cult. Every building is laid with its foundation stone by Freemasons. It was laid out as a Sephirotic tree of life in the Jewish Kabbalah,
Coffin.
or as a Masonic coffin. Freemasonry is Judaism for the Gentiles.
False. Jesus.
This painting is of George Washington laying the cornerstone to our capital. This is significant because he's wearing his full Masonic ritual regalia. He's got a square and compass.
And then, as I walked into the main temple of this Scottish Rite building in Washington, D.C., right there
The
before me
cube.
was the black cube of Saturn.
You guys should definitely look up D-Wave. D-Wave quantum computer.
The Roman god of time worship.
And the Hebrew writing in the middle says, God said, let there be light, and there was light.
Honored altar.
And the Hebrew writing in the middle says, God said, let there be light, and there was light.
666. Remember how I was talking about the Illuminati, the 6 circles? Look, the all-seeing eye. There it is. That's their god. That's in Saturn you trust. "666,
And I
Lucifer,
soon
Satan."
realised that this building is the Masonic Mecca of America.
Freaking duh. Egyptian god of evil, darkness, chaos, war, and conflict.
Masonic Mecca of America.
The eyeball. They cannot win. Wake up. Come on, fuck these motherfuckers. We are man. They are fake man. Jesus said to them, "Did you never read the scriptures? The stone which the builders rejected, this became chief cornerstone."
And you can actually trace this symbolism back to the time of rebellion
Idiots.
and infiltration that took place at Herod's temple in Jerusalem.
Freemasonry is Judaism
By the
for
Celtic
the
cross.
Gentiles.
So when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountain.
33 AD, did you see that?
Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountain.
33 AD. That's at 33. Masons love it. They still can't make up their own shit. Just like the devil. They cannot create anything. They're just copying God. God's the creator. Satan is the poser. He poses as a lot of things. Pretty much he can pose as whatever will gain your trust. Whatever will get you to do as he needs. And all I need you people to do is wake up with me. Wake up. Let's go. Because this coexistent shit, it sounds really good. It sounds really good. But it's not supposed to happen. I just don't know how else to say it. I know it don't sound right, but it's not supposed to happen. Good is not supposed to coexist with the evil.
Said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
It's paramount. Them the synagogue of Satan, which they are Jews and are not but do lie. Veil of the Holy of Holies was rent from the top of the bottom and exposed a black cube. Tisk tisk. Y'all miss this.
You serpents, you brood of vipers, how are you to escape being sentenced to hell?
Huh? Look at you crazies. Around a cube. But they're your brothers. Like they know you. They see you. They control you. They plan out your everyday life. They ensure you will never be free, but you'll appear to be it until you die. And you feel empty and alone and unfulfilled. Heavy heart, and a tear run down your face, and you'll realize it was all a lie. And then you have to go talk to your maker.
People have forsaken me and have profaned this place by making offerings in it to other gods whom neither they nor their fathers nor the kings of Judah have known. And because they have filled this place with the blood of innocents, and have built the high places of Baal to burn their sons in the fire as burnt offerings to Baal, which I did not command or decree, nor did it come into my mind.
Have ye set up altars to that shameful thing? Even altars to burn incense? To Baal? That's basically what he said. You stupid. I gave you eyes, use them. Why you think he gave them to us, folks? We got hands we can feel. We got nose we can smell. We got ears we can hear. He gave us eyes for a reason. And he said to me, go into, see what the wicked abominations which they are doing in there. Go see, my son. He gave us total free will to go in and see that they were sacrificing their children to their gods. And Jesus freaked out because he's a man. Son of man, have you seen what the elders of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the room of his idols. They profess to know God, but their deeds, they deny him. There's Saturn again, there's the all-seeing eye. Higher vibration. No, we are the higher vibration, folks. And if you're one of the 144, wake up with me. Come on, we got a lot of work to do. We have to save our souls, save our brothers and our sisters' souls, save our mother planet, save our race. It just takes a little bit of knowledge. I'm going to end it on this. Like I said about the Masons and the Illuminati, I believe they're tied together. I believe the Illuminati are, like I said, the moon because it's circular. And if you've seen the Masons, I believe they are the sun because they, you know, round with their star, okay? A bright star with rays coming out of it. So, here's how sick these motherfuckers are.
Edward Alexander Crowley, also known as Aleister Crowley. He styled himself the wickedest man in the world. He believed himself to be the great beast, and he changed his name to Aleister Crowley, so it would add up in both English, Hebrew, and Greek Kabbalah as 666. In 1904, Crowley had a communication with an extraterrestrial being named AWAKEN. And this being, through his wife, kind of a channeling type operation, brought forth a book that was called the Book of the Law in 1904. And this book declared that the slain and risen God had stepped off the throne and that a new God, the crowned and conquering child, was taking his place. He was a brilliant genius. He could play 8 chess games blindfolded. He was an accomplished poet, mountaineer, painter, writer. He had so many Masonic degrees that you could fill up 5 pages of a book with them. This guy was probably the most highly honored Mason in the world. And he began doing rituals to bring forth this crowned and conquering child. And he began to start what he called the cult of the fascinating child. And in doing this, he uncovered, without knowing it, the royal secret of Masonry.
A royal secret.
What happened was, a gentleman came knocking at his door after he published a book. And in this book, it was a book of poetry, and in the book he had made an allusion to something. And this guy, his name was Theodore Royce. He was a German occultist and the head of the OTO, the Ordo Templi Orientis, which stands for the Order of Eastern Templars. There's the Knights Templar again. And this Theodore Royce told Crowley that he had given away the greatest secret in occult history. And Crowley said, "What do you mean? I don't even understand it." So the guy promptly initiated him on the spot to the 9th degree of the OTO and then explained the secret to him. You're about to learn what this secret is. The secret is that as a Mason, you are promised immortality. Where do they get their promise of immortality? Simply, the secret that Crowley uncovered, probably through demonic intervention, is the secret that this immortality is conveyed through tantric sex magic. And the kind of sex magic that we're talking about here, unfortunately, is a sexual violation of a little child. Crowley taught that the way you could live forever was by vampirizing little children sexually. And this, I apologize that this is so horrible, but Masons are doing this. Not all Masons, please understand me. Probably 1 in 100 knows about this. But this is a significant...
Probably 1 in 100 Masons know about this, okay? But it's done. So if they don't even tell their own kind, that kind of shit, imagine the kind of shit they don't tell us. Ever.
Enough problem that I feel compelled to share it with you. This is why the Masons believe that they will live forever. They think every time they defile a little child, they steal some of that child's youth.
And they do. They steal their youth.
What happens then is they believe that they are accessing alternate universes, alternate realities,
there's no fucking
where they
way.
can become as gods. Everything
by fucking
in
a kid,
magic, like everything in the occult, has its yin and yang. It's positive and it's negative. It's good and evil. There's always this dynamism. And so therefore, just like there's a tree of life, there is also a tree of evil. This is called the Qlīphot in Hebrew, which translated means harlots. Here is what is ultimately involved. There is a belief that through this sexual perversion, they can access these tunnels into alternate universes, alternate realities.
Shit.
And the goal of this kind of magic is to find your own universe and become the god over that universe. This buys into the modern day physics theory that there's many, many dimensions of reality. Maybe you've read about that. Alternate universes. It shows up in science fiction a lot. And then once you're the god...
It does, but alternate realities all consist of one reality. Like, if you look up the D-Wave and CERN, and all this quantum mechanics and quantum theory and quantum usage and quantum particles and quantum entanglement is all pretty fucking fascinating. But just think about this, folks. I mean, think about it. Like, they are having sex with children to try to get into another dimension. So what in the fuck makes us think we are traveling through space? These Messianic motherfuckers who have supposedly built the whole world, basically, or drawn up the blueprints for the whole world. They designed it. Everything that you see, pretty much, I guarantee a Mason has designed. Anyway, back to the point. Alternate realities would be our other dimensions. I don't know, actually an alternate reality would be just another reality where every atom is exactly the same. Every particle, everything is put together exactly the same. From the biggest building to the smallest speck of dust, it's all exactly the same, just different choices were taken along the way. That's pretty much it. So basically in every reality, or alternate reality, or whatever they want to call it, a dimension. Now I think a dimension is much different. Like, I believe that hell is a different dimension. And that's where these fucking spirits are coming from. They're trying to break out of their hell. They're going to call themselves intelligent beings and come from another planet in a distant fucking galaxy. And they're going to warn us of how our Earth is about ready to destroy itself or be destroyed by us, and give us guidelines on how to live and how to not be destroyed by ourselves. And we're going to sign over the fucking rights to this Earth to the aliens to be our government leaders, and then, well, then we basically just signed over our entire planet to the motherfucking aliens. Which means then we sign, if they are, and I know they are, demon spirits, then we're kind of fucked, because we kind of signed over our mother to the devil. And God ain't gonna be happy about that. We signed over our mom. We sold her out. Didn't even know it, really.
God of this universe, you can start sucking the energy out of it. And you can use that energy through this child.
And I believe that if God comes back and we actually have a signed document that says we, the people of the earth, give these aliens the right to tell us what to do and how to do it and when to do it, and if they say how to jump, we say, oh, hi, massa. Then I bet God's just going to look at us all and go, you fucking dummies. You dummies. He's going to take everybody who was good or who was righteous and followed the way. Well, he's going to take them to his kingdom, and he's going to give the rest of you to Satan. He's going to leave the world to burn, and the world will turn back to fire and brimstone. And Satan will rule over this world forever. And you better hope it ain't as bad as everybody says it is. You better hope it's not that bad, like all them fucking high priestess from spirit worship and everything say. They all say, oh, it's not that bad. You look at it as politics. They're Democrats. We're the Republicans, you know. Both kind of does the same thing once in office. To
live forever and ever and ever. And there are men, I met several who claim to be hundreds of years old. And this broad genre of magic is called, and here's a nice big word for you, Transuguthian magic.
Satan is not a person but a force created for good, but which may represent evil. Right there. Satan was Lucifer, and he was created for good and to bring light. But he did represent evil. And he became Satan. It is the instrument of liberty or free will. They represent this force under the mythologic and horned form of the god Pan. Or I be homed and homed from the god Pan. Thence came the he-goat of the Sabbath, brother of the ancient serpent and the light bearer. That's some bullshit. All I know is Satan could very well be the test giver. He could be testing our faith. He could actually work for God. Who knows? He could be basically on God's payroll. And as long as he tempts us with evil and wealth and fortune and happiness, as long as we give our wealth to evil, well then Satan's doing a pretty damn good job giving him test.
And all that means is it's magic that goes into trans-Plutonian space. Space beyond the planet Pluto, which they believe is beyond the pale of the sun and therefore beyond the pale of the Judeo-Christian God. They believe there are gods out beyond Pluto that are far more powerful,
Plutonium.
far more
That's crazy, ain't it?
and far more deadly than either God or the devil. And that's what these beings, these men, are trying to access. I mean, we're getting, this is such a problem that we are actually, I now know of 5 national support groups that are helping people that are survivors of Masonic ritual abuse.
You come from generations of ritualistic abuse? Yes, my family has an extensive family tree, and they keep track of who's been involved and who hasn't been involved. And it's gone back to, like, 1700.
And so you were...
Right. I was born into a family that believes in this.
And this is because everyone else thinks it's a nice Jewish family? From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish girl.
Definitely.
And you all are worshiping the devil inside the home?
Right. There's other Jewish families across the country, not just my own family.
Really? Well, when you were brought up in this kind of evilness, did you think it was normal?
I blocked out a lot of the memories I had because of my multiple personality disorder. But yes, I mean, it's like if you grow up with something, you think it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought...
So what kinds of things? You don't have to give us the gory details, but what kinds of things went on in the family?
Well, there would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to, you know...
Who's babies?
There were people who bred babies in our family. No one would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so you couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not. Or they would supposedly go away for a while and then come back.
You witnessed the sacrifice?
Right. When I was very young, I was forced to participate in that, in which I had to sacrifice an
And the purpose of sacrifice is to what? Is to bring you what? What are you sacrificing for?
For power.
Power.
These weak, feeble, ignorant men somehow find their way to Satan because they're too stupid, they're just too damn stupid. They're really a waste of life. And they couldn't find power without having a higher power. And when I mean higher power, I definitely mean lower power. How they denounced God because God makes you work for things hard so that you appreciate them when you finally get them. The devil just gives so that he can have you when you're finally dead. He don't care. He'll give you whatever you want for 20, 40 years. Why not? He'll have you for eternity. And people are killing their babies. What in the fuck is going on?